in?
No.
Oh, God.
That's what happens when you try to be weird. Hey everyone, today we're here to review the movies that we got in March's horror pack for the Blu-ray pack. If you don't know about
Pig.
She likes to get in the way. If you don't know about Horror Pack is a subscription service where they send you 4 movies each month. I was gonna say week, but that bird distracted me. They have the DVD pack and they have a Blu-ray pack, and I believe they're gonna be starting up a new pack here pretty soon, and I think it's gonna be all based on thrillers. So I don't know if that's completely official yet, but I know that I saw something on their Facebook about that. Each month we get some really cool movies, things we might have heard or seen before, things that we are more rare that we've never heard of. It's usually a really good mix of movies. I can't recommend them enough because I have experienced many different movies that I wouldn't have otherwise. So I really love Horror Pack, and it's also helping me build my Blu-ray collection because I have such a big DVD collection. So this is what I'm doing now for Blu-rays. If you want to check out Horror Pack down below, I have a referral link. It'll give you $3 off your first subscription, and it'll also give me $3 off. Also, you can go ahead and check out their Facebook and Instagram. They share hints each month to the movies that they're going to be surprising you with. And yeah, go check them out. They have really great deals, and yeah. So here we are, we're gonna review March's pack. It's a little later than I would like to get it up, but I've been sick, so here we go. First movie we want to review from March's horror pack is The Order, and it stars Heath Ledger and Shannon Sossamon. This movie is more of a sort of psychological thriller. It's got some supernatural sort of stuff inside of it as well. And to be honest, when I read the back of this movie, I felt like the storyline sounds a lot more interesting than the movie actually was. In my opinion, I felt this movie was kind of slow and it had a hard time keeping my attention, even though I really wanted to like it because I really like both of the actors in it. This movie, I believe, was from 2003, and it felt a lot earlier than that.
Yes, 2003.
It actually felt a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching
90s?
95,
late 90s movie.
97, somewhere around there.
We talked about it, and we felt like the feel and kind of mood of the film was a lot like The Ninth Gate.
I wouldn't be surprised if The Ninth Gate came out around the same time. You know how movies kind of do that? They
yeah.
kind of have similar
So basically, here's this priest, and he's kind of battling his faith, how he feels about religion, life, and death, and basically rules that he has as a priest that he cannot go against, and the temptations of all of that as well. And then he's also looking into the death of one of his mentors, who had some interesting problems with the whole order of, I guess, the priesthood. It sounds a lot more interesting than it was for me. Like I said, I watched the whole thing, and it was hard for me to keep my attention on it.
Like right here, it says supporting actor of The Dark Knight. Like they had to throw that in there?
Yeah.
To spice it up?
That's interesting that they included that, but I guess it's because it's the Blu-ray release, they can put those things on there. So we didn't really go check out the special features, but it looks like there's quite a few. It looks like there's a commentary and some deleted scenes. We didn't actually go through and do that.
And Dallies. I think Dallies is probably their version of bloopers.
Oh, okay. Well,
right?
I don't know.
A gripping tale of suspense, spirituality, and murder of the highest order.
Anyway, like I was saying, it didn't really keep my attention as much as I would have liked, and I really wanted to like it. I would love to hear what you guys think of it. Just go ahead and leave me your comments down below, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so Psychotica. This movie, I think, was the last one in the March pack that we sat down and watched. He gave up on it like in the first 5 minutes, and I watched the whole thing through. He started editing videos and everything on his channel. So this movie, the cover looks pretty interesting. The idea behind it was an interesting idea, but I felt like it didn't quite follow through. So let me tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened in the movie because he wasn't in it. So basically in the movie, there's a mayor, and he's like, let's clean up this city. And then so they hires this like scientific guy, and And the scientific guy is like, everything that we've tested these drugs on, they kill themselves or they kill their friends or whatever. Let's go put it into, you know, it was just like, they wanted it to seem like, you know, overdose kind of a thing, but when they put it out into the public society,
Turn them into zombies?
it turned them into like, you know, remember that Florida guy where he like attacked like people and like tried to kill them and stuff?
Bath salts?
Yeah, it was like that whole it was like almost like
Was it inspired
it felt
by
like
bath
it was
salts?
inspired by that, but that would have been interesting to me, but I didn't like the characters in the story, I think. Is
And
what
that's
it
a big
was.
part of enjoying a movie. If you don't really feel anything for the characters, then you're not going to really care about the story.
And that was it. And they were horrible to each other and just gross. I don't know. I really didn't like it because of that. They were a group of friends who were all enabling each other because they were all addicts. One day decided to go, I guess, get high together and
Smoke some drugs!
and one of the guys used something that was free and given out for him.
You know, you never take anything that's free. You know, aspirin, Tylenol, drinks, whatever. You know, especially if you're in a horror movie, you don't do that.
He decides to go ahead and get high with that stuff, and once he does, things just get crazy. Basically, these kind of drugs cause the people in the movie to act out against themselves in
Psychotic.
horrific ways.
In psychotic ways.
It's just like the drugs made them become a monster. This movie wasn't as interesting because the characters weren't likable for me. And I think that was where it kind of fell short, was I couldn't make a connection to the characters.
The wind just blew something in my eye.
And he's crying for the characters right now. There were some interesting little things here and there, like visuals, but
I didn't like it.
for the most part,
didn't watch it.
I didn't really enjoy it.
It does have a few special features. It's got some bonus featurettes and a trailer. Wow. But it does have a bonus short
Oh.
horror. We didn't see that. Oh,
I didn't even check that
I'll
out.
have to check that out. It's called Terror Eyes by students at Woodbury University. So,
Oh.
so maybe that could be pretty good.
I bet.
We'll check
I
that
wonder.
out.
I hope that's even better. I bet that would be even better. So I want to check that out, and when I get a chance, I'll definitely go ahead and review that little short film as well. Blood of the Tribbids, and I believe I'm saying it right this time.
Diba des?
No, it's
Tribbids?
not. Tribbids.
Tribbids?
So anyway, this movie, Blood of the Tribbids. So this was our horror pack exclusive for March, and I did get a chance to watch the special features on this movie. This movie was about a sort of religious community of vampires who have the men of the religious community starting to get sick. And then there's sort of like a split because the men feel like it's the women's fault that they're getting sick. Just trouble ensues after that. These two groups have problems continuously after that. And this is a sort of throwback to the French vampire films from the 70s. And to be honest, I've actually never really seen any of those old vampire movies that were the French foreign films. And I know that if I was really into that genre, this would just be like an awesome movie. Because that is exactly what they're going for, is that sort of retro French horror 70s film. I feel like they put a lot of heart and soul into the creation of this movie. I know that there was a lot of social commentary as well, and I especially liked the special features because of that, because it helped explain all the things that I was missing from seeing the older films. It explained a lot of the nudity, it explained a lot of the storyline. We got a lot of interesting side stories about the creation of the film as well. So as a movie, I thought it was an interesting throwback movie. One of my favorite things, though, I'm just gonna say this, is how they used roses in the film. And one particular special effect with thorns was interesting. I really liked that. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to spoil it if you're going to watch it. But you have something to say about this movie, right?
Yeah, after this movie, I kind of just got stuck editing, so when she put on this one, I really wasn't paying attention. But every time I looked up, boobies and wang. Boobies and wang.
A lot of wing.
A lot of wang. And wang.
And I thought as well, that also was very, very much explained in special features as well. And I thought it was a interesting idea that they had in there. Because in all the other horror movies, you know, the females are the ones that are exposed to the camera. And this one is kind of giving the fair play to everybody, which was interesting as well. So that was that. The next movie we wanted to talk about was Stung, and this is our favorite in our March horror pack.
Yes, I liked it a lot.
We really love having Lance Henriksen in the movie. Love seeing him in all of his movies, horror, sci-fi, anything. So this movie, it starts off with two main characters, and they're workers for a catering company, and they're catering this fancy party. Obviously, the male character played by...
It's right here.
Who is it?
It's Matt O'Leary.
Yeah, Matt O'Leary, and I think I've seen him in lots of other things before.
Yeah, he's in Mother's Day and The Lone Ranger.
I don't think I've seen The Lone Ranger.
I have not seen The Lone Ranger.
Anyway, I think I've seen him in other things. But anyway, you can tell right away that he does not like his job. It seems like he's put out. But it seems like he likes the girl that he works with.
I think that's the only reason why he's there.
I think that's his motivation. And anyway, they're at this really fancy party. Interesting characters all the way around. We have the rich family, which it's the mother and the son, and they're kind of quirky together. There's a lot of quirky sort of characters in this movie. This movie is so well written and directed, you get a feel, like Chris was saying earlier, of how each character is and the personality and what motivates them, just how they are as a person.
Yeah, they
movie.
went through a lot of time building up these characters.
And that's what makes a movie good, is you can connect with the characters and you can enjoy the characters, and they're interesting. So then we have Lance Henriksen, and he's an interesting guy too to watch on screen.
Not shy of the drink. Not shy of the drink in this movie.
And anyway, things go bad. Obviously, by the front cover, you can see what is in store for this movie.
Yeah, look at those giant stingers.
Something happens to the bugs, right? And
I don't think they actually really
they did, because there was like a clip. These creatures start taking over the party. It's not good when they sting you. I'm not going to say what happens, but it's not good, and it's really an interesting sort of twist on a insect horror movie. I liked where they went with it. It's pretty creative, and it does leave some head nods to some sort of older horror movies, and I don't want to say which ones they are because it might give away too much. Do you know which movie I'm thinking of?
Thing?
No.
What? Oh my God! Mind blown.
Yeah. So, anyway, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, it kind of gives some head nods to an older classic horror movie. Anyway, basically, it's a survival movie. They have to get away and survive and stay alive and battle these creatures. And hopefully,
and they are relentless. Like, they don't give up.
They
don't give up.
They plot, and they're out there
Plotting and scheming.
They're ready. Anyway, it was pretty funny, pretty dark humor, would you say?
I would say it's a genuinely engaging and entertaining piece of cinema. Scream Magazine.
Oh my gosh, did you just read that?
I just read the back.
Anyway, yeah, it was pretty good. I really like it. I highly recommend watching it. I think it was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it is anymore. It might still be on Netflix.
It's an agreeably cheesy
Stop reading the back. So yeah, you should check it out because we both really liked it. And yeah.
There's going to be a part 2.
Hopefully there's a part 2. That would be nice.
And if there is going to be a part 2, it should be called Stang. More stung, more furious.
More stung.
More stang.
What? All right, guys. That's our review for the March's Horror Pack. And stay tuned for our review on April's horror pack.
April.
And that should be uploaded after I unbox May's horror pack, because I don't like to have spoilers if people haven't gotten their packs yet.
Oh.
So anyway, oh, that's an interesting cover. Anyway, don't forget to tell me what you guys think about these movies, if you enjoyed them, if you did not. I would love to discuss them with you. And don't forget to check out Horror Pack. And subscribe if you're interested in their service, because it's a really cool service. And I'll see you guys later.
Bye.